Hi and welcome to Lippy Presents Ghost News Network. Today is our question of the week. Tom, what do you got for us?
So my question is, what are your thoughts on provoking during an investigation?
Well, yeah, provoking. No, we don't. We very rarely provoke, and when we do, it's kind of amusing in a way, because we don't provoke. We don't provoke because we don't want to startle anything up. We just feel that, especially at certain places, you go into an insane asylum or a place like Gettysburg, you go in there and you start provoking, yelling at patients, like you're just an asshole at that point. I hope somebody drops a piano on you. No, there's just no reason for it. I mean, few and far between we provoked.
Yeah, it's very.
We haven't really gotten any results from it at all. I just feel like you never know what's there to provoke. So if you're provoking something, especially if you're in someone's house, on a house.
That's the thing I was gonna say. Yeah.
And you leave at the end of the night. You know, it's not tormenting you; it's tormenting the homeowner. That's why they called you in there. And for you to go in there and provoke, not get anything, and then the minute you walk out, that homeowner is still there. You know, so that's why we do it. It's just not necessary. That's my thoughts on it.
I agree. Very few far. Like I always say to people, you wouldn't yell at a stranger across the street for no reason. You don't know who he is. You don't know what he's got. You don't know anything about the person. You wouldn't look at some guy and be like, "Hey, fuckface, get over here."
Okay.
Chances are he's gonna stab you or punch you or something, and you don't do that. You don't. You same thing with the paranormal field. You would, especially since you can't even see it, literally yelling at nothing, and you don't know what it is. So I definitely don't really recommend it. And when we do, on the odd chance, provoke, it's in a very controlled situation.
True. That's
not going to affect a client or homeowner or anything like that. So yeah, it's just to do that and you leave. You leave. It's messed up. So as a rule, no, prefer not to provoke.
Yeah, personally, I don't see an issue, but I know within the group, we don't do it, so I'm not in people's houses asking for things to pop off. But I know when we do investigate my place of work, which we do fairly often, I don't really care. I'm not out there doing it, but if one of you says, "Hey, do you mind if I provoke?" I'm like, yeah, go for it.
We provoked a little bit.
Exactly.
I mean, but that was different because like you guys were in the basement that one time, and we were in the presentation.
Yes,
and
I remember that.
It was quiet for us, but you guys were getting.
We had a little action going on.
Yeah, and you guys felt like there was like another, just not like an evil presence, but like
a shitty one.
Yeah, and then it moved away from you guys out of the basement, and that's when we started.
That's when that like shadowy thing came.
Yeah.
And we saw it come in. One of us saw it come in, and then you saw it come in and like go to the right, and I saw it come down the thing. Remember, like it was coming up to us. I remember that. That was really weird.
And then a little bit after that, I yelled at it because it was bothering me, and I haven't seen it since. It's been like 3 months.
So I mean, like that's. But what we did, I don't call that provoking. I mean, if there's provoking, and then there's what we did. You know, like we felt something and we reacted.
Right.
You know, like. That's a different story. Like, there's been times where you guys were in one of the houses and you felt something, and we went in, and I'm like, "Who's here right now? Like, you're not welcome here. You need to, like, you know, like." But that's different. That's
demanding and provoking are two different.
Yeah, it was different. That was different.
Yeah.
But I mean.
And I think if we were in somebody's house and they asked us to do it, and we were like, "Hey,"
I would tell them,
"Hey, if we leave and your house burns down, sorry." And if they're
signed
cool
up
with it,
for it.
like, I'll be the first one to call it a pussy. Like, let me go. I have no issue.
If a homeowner asked us, and I would explain to them the consequences of it, and if they still wanted us to do it, all right, well, you're going to live with it. You're going to be the one dealing with it, not us, so that's fine. I mean...
I imagine now that you work with me, you probably would prefer less provoking at work.
We're going to provoke the shit out of that Saturday night.
Specifically her office.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and be like, "Lee said you are..."
Oh, man.
We're going to mention Lee by name and say that she said all these awful things about it.
What's your thoughts on provoking?
I don't don't want to do that. I'm not that kind of
Yeah, you
person.
don't seem like that.
So I wouldn't want to do that too.
She pretends to be nice here. She gets out, she's just yelling at everybody.
I'm actually the
curb
nice one in the
stomping Connor.
I don't know. Like what you're saying, just like basic respect.
Oh yeah, it's always about respect for me.
If it's a person living or not, they're still something.
Yeah.
So.
Right.
And if you want to get a response, I think the best way is to just ask.
Right.
More
You
on
yell
this
at them,
honey
they're
than
probably
vinegar,
like,
as
ew,
they
I'm not
say.
going to talk
Exactly.
to
Right. Then why would that come out?
you. Right.
Yeah, I would prefer not to provoke. Even if I got a response to provoke, I would rather have a friendly conversation with a spirit. I would rather, even if like I provoked and then I got a response, I'm not gonna like the response. Why do I want that
That's a
type of
good point.
response?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So,
I remember one time we were doing a little bit of provoking over by Lake George with Hanson. Me and Hanson were on a team together and we were doing a little bit of provoking, and I remember feeling really weird. And I heard something say, F you, Hanson. And actually, I have it on audio, I caught it. And I was like, and I got mad, I was like, no, you! Right back at it. But it was messing with us the whole night. I remember it was like, whatever it was moving around, and we were both seeing it and chasing it around, and like running with like a chicken with our head cut off. And I said something to Hanson, and I heard the EVP of it cursing us, and I cursed back. But that was more retaliatory than it was me going out provoking.
yeah, I would just rather a nice, friendly, how's the weather conversation with somebody on the other side. How is it over there?
Well, the types of responses you're going to get from asking questions nicely are going to be better than the types of
Yeah.
responses you're going to get out of anger or demanding.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, even in the basement at Rogers, we have the one friendly spirit, and I love chatting with the guy. It's very nice. It's fun. It's enjoyable. I look forward to it.
He just doesn't throw light bulbs anymore.
Exactly.
So it's less exciting.
One day.
I'm actually bored of it now.
He's saving his energy to like throw us in the block.
Yeah.
Guys.
Well,
I'm waiting for Tom to come back down.
he's waiting to take down, take down that whole crawl space when James gets in there.
Go a little deeper.
I was down there last
Just
time.
see your feet disappear.
Oh yeah.
Stay away from baseball a little bit.
I will say, watching James go around the corner of the crawl space where I couldn't see him anymore, I was like, oh, okay.
Fun times, fun times.
Again, I definitely wouldn't ever go into a situation looking to provoke. But at the same time, I don't know, I can't say if a line of questioning went somewhere and I was getting responses to how it was going,
Right.
it would be hard not to. So I can't say, never say never, basically, but, don't ever go in with that mindset.
Alright. What do you guys think? Let us know in the comment section below. If you haven't yet, give this video a like, share, and subscribe. You can also click the little notification bell to know when all of our content is being uploaded to YouTube. So thank you guys very much for joining us on this latest edition of Ghost News Network. And until next time, take care, guys.